Hi, this is Hank with Reptile Toolworks. I want to spend just a minute talking to you about our paper test. To quantify sharpness and keenness of an edge, we've had to begin developing a test that let people know, because I mean, you know, you can shave them for a certain period of time, but then you run out of hair, and hair's a little bit different. But we have developed the following. After they come off our final crop sticking, the same way a butcher will sharpen basically an incredibly sharp butchering tool, we take a piece of 20-pound bond copy paper, okay? It's fairly rigid. It needs to be dry to do the test correctly, so if you have humidity out something, you can check it. But what we do then at that point in time is you take a thumb and forefinger and you hold it in the top corner of the sheet here. We then take the knife, okay, and holding it at about a 45-degree angle to the sheet, all right, we engage the edge, okay, and as the edge engages, when we wipe downward out this way, we're checking to make sure that every inch of the knife, okay, is cutting through the paper. We try to do this in the top kind of half or quadrant of the paper because that is what we consider to be our sharpness test, okay? Now, I'll show you that one more time at about a 1/4 inch depth. Pick him up. Now, and I step back to make sure you're engaged. You're at about 45 degrees. You run the knife out. You support the paper with your hand, okay? And you make sure that every portion is cutting. If you accidentally run out, that's okay. Start again in that area, okay? But see, I can tell every inch of the blade. I can tell if I've got a boo-boo or a hiccup or anything else that's going to cause the blade to have an issue with sharpness, okay? The remnant burr on there and the stropping down to it have to be very fine, but that will tell us if the edge is in good shape, if it has an inherent sharpness, and if the bevel's in pretty good shape. We then turn the sheet over and pinch a spot right in the middle of it like this, so it forms a rounded surface like this. When you come in with a knife, and not up here at the corner, but when you come in on that rounded surface and move the knife sideways, a very keen edge will engage, okay, and allow you to cut through that paper with it hanging out there in air, okay? Now, at some point in time, the paper does become floppy enough that any pressure pushing it forward does cause a situation, but I'm going to do that again right here on the other side of this. When you're holding it like that and you're checking keenness, that blade should come in and pick up, and then I'm going to move it kind of completely through its cycle to make sure that all sections are cutting. If it's producing too much resistance, the burr's not correct, the burr's too rough, there's not a refined edge on it, it will definitely show on this test. Okay? Thanks for viewing. Thanks, hopefully, for having purchased one of our whiskey line of knives. We try to make the most durable knife we can with the sharpest edge we can. Thanks for viewing. Take care. God bless.